Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Overwatch today, bringing you a little bit of Tracer gameplay. I'm not actually going to be talking about the Tracer gameplay, though I'm doing a after commentary at the moment, so I'm just going to be talking about some other things to do with Overwatch, mostly balance, and how I feel like they could balance this game, because there is certainly a lot of stuff in the game at the moment which is overpowered, and some stuff which is underpowered. So yeah, we're just going to talk about some of the stuff. Starting off, let's talk about Tracer and how I feel like she could be balanced. I feel like she is balanced. I really do. I don't think there's much you can do to Tracer to nerf her. A lot of people are saying she's too hard to hit, but there are direct counters to Tracer in the game as it is at the moment, with Mei being able to freeze you in place so you can't move, being able to put up like those ice walls so you can't get to certain areas, or she can block you in. Of course you can rewind through the walls, which is nice, but if they put up a wall and you don't have your rewind, then you're kind of stuck and you're most likely going to die unless you've got some blinks and you can get out of there. Also, McCree can stun you in, like, so you can't move and you're just stuck there. That can definitely take you out. A Widowmaker can take you out pretty easily if you're not blinking around. So there's definitely, like, easy ways that Tracer can be taken care of. And if you think Tracer is just really hard to hit, then I recommend you play some Tracer, learn how she works, and then you can counter her with any class, really. She is quite predictable and easy to fight, I feel. But I've played a lot of Tracer, so I know how a Tracer thinks, I guess. And so if I'm playing a different class like Pharah, and a Tracer comes along, I have no problem taking out a Tracer, because it's like, okay, she blinked, she was in front of me, she would have been looking at me, she's obviously now behind me, so just easily turn around, there she is. If you see her rewind, it's like, okay, well, she's just going to be where she was a few seconds ago. Where was she a few seconds ago? There she is. I feel it's very easy to take out a Tracer, and anyone who has trouble with Tracers, I just say play some Tracer, learn how she works. Obviously you can't now, the open beta is over at the point of me recording this, but when you actually get the game, play some Tracer, learn how she works, and she is very, very easy to counter. A class that really does need balancing is Bastion. Bastion is ridiculous at the moment. I believe it was Mephis who said this, I'm not sure if that's right or not, but a good way to a good way to balance Bastion at the moment would be to give him damage fall off like there is in TF2. So if you shoot something over the distance, the damage that it will have done will be less and less. So the further away a target is, the less damage you'll do, the closer it is, the more damage you'll do. I feel like that would balance Bastion quite well. There was another thing. Oh yeah, it's redeploy. I think like if you make its redeploy a lot slower, it's quite quickly, so like if you get caught out and people know exactly where you are and you're being targeted, you can just pick yourself up as Bastion, walk into a different spot and set yourself back up in like a couple of seconds. It takes no time at all. I feel like that needs to be a lot longer. You can even get in a battle with people, go into Bastion's mode and still be able to take them out. That's kind of rare though, you know, it doesn't work all the time, but it can work, and that's a problem. Now, for the big one. Mei. Mei needs some serious balancing, for God's sake. She is so frustrating. It doesn't matter what class I'm playing, Mei's always my counter. It doesn't matter what I'm playing, Mei's always screw me over. Even if I'm playing Mei, Mei screws me over. And it's not only Mei's on, like, the enemy team. Mei's on my own team pissed me off as well because of those freaking walls. The amount of times I've been playing Pharah and I use my ult and then all of a sudden a Mei has put a wall in front of me, even my own Mei's, and gotten me killed. It's ridiculous. It's so annoying. But yeah, Mei really needs some balancing. I feel like it needs to take longer for her to freeze people, because at the moment it only takes like a second or two. I feel like that needs to be a little bit longer. I feel like maybe her walls need to be easier to destroy, because at the moment she can just block off an entire team and they can do little about it. They can destroy the walls, but it still takes quite a bit of time. And by the time you've destroyed that wall, she, almost got another wall ready to go, and she can just chuck up another one. There's just no real counter to Mei at the moment. I feel like maybe if Pharah's rockets did more damage to her walls, that would be good. I don't know, there needs to be things out there that do more damage to her walls, or maybe a pyro or something that can melt her walls away, and maybe keep your team from being frozen. She needs a counter, and she really has got no counters at the moment. You try and tell me a counter for Mei, and I bet you I can say Mei is a counter to that though. Because, you say Widowmaker is a counter to Mei. Well no, Mei counters Widowmaker by putting up a wall, so Widowmaker can't do anything against the Mei now. See, I can't even think of anything that could counter Mei, because she can just do a thing and you can't do anything about it. Mei's are so annoying. And even if you get them to near dead, oh look, I just auto-healed myself, I'm in a little ice shield. Now I can just sit here and wait for like, I think it was about 8 seconds they can sit in that thing for. And in that time, you know, your whole team could be surrounding the Mei, and sure, that's great, but then she could ult or something, or, you know, she's probably going to die in that situation, but if she doesn't, she can just sit there and wait for her team to be surrounding her instead, or there's so many things with Mei that needs to change. She's very, very frustrating. I feel like Hanzo's ult should be balanced slightly. His ult is just devastating to a whole team, and I feel like that's kind of bad for a character like Hanzo, who's sitting at the back lines firing arrows, you know, slowly trying to pick off a few people. He's not really in there doing a lot of damage and clearing out whole teams, he's just kind of there doing his thing. So when he uses his ult, that just shuts down a whole team. So if you use that on the point, you can kill like everyone there. I feel like maybe if they make the area of effect narrower, so it hurts people in a thinner area. Maybe if the dragon disappears after like a certain distance, because at the moment it can go through a whole map, and it continuously does damage through that whole map, and it's kind of ridiculous. Also, that dragon can go through walls, which you really shouldn't be able to fire that dragon through walls. So I feel like that kind of needs some balancing. Anyway, that's everything I really had to say. I was kind of struggling to think about stuff at the end there, but that's about 8 minutes, and I feel like that's how long the gameplay I have is. So anyway, let's check out this play of the game. I don't know if I recorded the play of the game. Well, that was a play of the game, wasn't it? I'm not watching the gameplay at the moment. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. My name is 556, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.
That guy's level 56.
No, it's Fire Hill 56.
No, fuck you. Wasn't funny, you know. It was hilarious.
Best joke I've ever made. I think.
Oh no! They revived the Pharah. Oh, that's play of the game.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. That was pretty sweet.